Today we are going to work on adding decimals. There are lots of different ways you can use to add decimals. I'm only going to focus on one way. I'm going to focus on one way, the traditional algorithm. Alright, let's say our first problem, 7 and 43 hundredths plus 6 and 92 hundredths. Okay, our first job is to make an estimate. 7 and 43. This 4 is going to keep the 7 down at 7. So our estimate is going to be 7 plus 6 and 92 hundredths. Now that 9 makes a 6 pretty close to 7. So our estimate is going to be 7 plus 7 is 14. So we know that our answer is going to be pretty close to 14. Now we're going to actually solve. The most important part in solving adding decimals, you're going to write the number up and down, or the problem up and down. But you have to make sure that the decimal point is lined up. Okay, so these decimals have to be right on top of each other. If the decimals are not on top of each other, it will not work. So now we just add like normal. So we're going to start over here. 3 plus 2 is 5. 9 plus 4 is 13. My 3 down, my 1 up. 6 plus 7 plus 1 is 14. My decimal now, I just bring it straight down. Okay, so my decimal goes straight below. That's why the decimals have to be lined up. If they're not lined up, it's not going to work. So my answer is 14 and 35 hundredths. My solution is pretty close to my estimate, so I would say that we did this one right. Let's try another. Alright, let's make an estimate. 3.2 hundredths plus 3 and 2 tenths plus 1 and 48 hundredths. So this number, the 2, is going to keep this pretty close to 3. So my whole number is going to be 3. When we make our estimate, it's always going to be a whole number when we're adding decimals. 1 and 48 hundredths. This 4 is going to keep this down to a 1. My estimate that is 3 plus 1 equals 4. Now we're going to actually solve. This is the tricky part because this one only has 2 digits, this one has 3 digits. But we still have to make sure that our decimal is lined up. So 3 and 2 hundredths plus 1 and 48 hundredths. Now there's 2 things I can do. First, I need to make sure that my decimals are lined up, and they are. Right now, when I start adding, I can do 8 plus nothing is 8. Or I can fill in the blank spots with the 0. So 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 plus 1 is 4. Decimal comes straight down. 4 and 68 hundredths. This is pretty close to my estimate, so I know that that is correct. Okay, let's try 6 and 3 tenths plus 27 and 32 hundredths. Estimate first. This 3, 4 or less, so the 6 stays the same. 27 and 3 tenths. Notice I'm always looking for my estimate, the point behind the decimal point, or the place value behind the decimal point. This 3 is 4 or less, so it's going to keep the 7 the same. So 27 is going to actually stay the same. Okay, now we do 6 plus 27, just 33. Now the trickiest part when we're solving, we have to make sure our decimals are lined up. So if I start with 6 and 3 tenths, okay, my decimal from 27 and 32 hundredths has to go straight down. So if this is where I put my decimal, my 27 has to go in front and then my 32 behind. Then I'm ready to add. Remember, any of these blank spots, you can add zeros if you want to. So now I have 2 plus 0 is 2, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 7 is 13, 2 plus 1 is 3. Decimal goes straight down. My answer is 33 and 62 hundredths, which is pretty close to my estimate, so I know it's correct. Good luck today, guys.